welcome to the first edition of SJHL season previews presented by our friends at Saskatchewan Construction Safety Association. The SJHL season is just around the corner, so we're going to be chatting with coaches and GMs from around the league, and we're going to start today with the general manager and head coach of the Notre Dame Hounds, Brett Pilkington. Brett, thanks so much for joining us today. How's everything going as we approach the preseason?
Yeah, everything's going well. Coming up to the end of summer here, a couple weeks, we'll start camp and get into the flow of the grind inside the ice arena.
Yeah, now you're not on the ice today, as we can see behind you. You got blue skies. You're on the lake. How's the summer been going for you? Did you get up to anything exciting?
Yeah, I've had a pretty good summer actually. Spent some of it out in BC, some in the U of R dorm with my son's lacrosse team, and then now out in Ontario. So it's been a pretty packed full summer, but doing other things that I love to do.
Yeah, early candidate for best on-location spot for a coach's interview this week. So very good to see that. And I know obviously with how long and difficult the hockey season is, it's always nice to get a little bit of downtime or a little bit of lake time. So I'm happy for you. That's awesome. Let's dive into the hockey talk now. First of all, we'll look at last year for a little bit. Obviously, a bit of a frustrating season last year, but getting into the swing of things again. First off, how does it feel, obviously, getting back into the hockey feel? Like the vibes, hockey season's coming, the weather's starting to change. Now, not where you are, because it's nice and hot where you are, but can you start to feel the hockey vibe getting back?
Yeah, absolutely. When you talk about last year and getting back into the mood here, and everyone looks at where we finished in the standings, but we found last year to be one of our more exceptional seasons for what our program's all about in developing players and moving them on to the next level. And that's proof with having 15 guys move up, move over, and around. So we look at last year. Yeah, we finished last. Yeah, we had a lot of injuries in our lineup, but at the end of the day, being able to move 15 kids on to where they want to get going is what it's all about.
Yeah, that's extremely important in today's junior hockey landscape for sure. And you mentioned the finish in the standings. Obviously, Brett, you made some changes in the offseason. We'll get to those in a second. But mainly, what can you take away from last year on the ice that you can apply to this upcoming season?
Well, yeah, the biggest thing I take away from last year as I think about it and go over things is just getting a little bit more consistency in our day-to-day activities and operation on and off the ice, so that the players can perform at their full potential each and every day. And that's with the number of injuries we had. That's whether it's days off or training on this day off ice and staying off the ice to physiotherapists to whatever that is. That looks like we're going to spend put a lot more eyes on that this year.
That's good. Now, let's look at your returning players. We'll start up with the forwards up front there. You guys graduated some very impactful players like Alex Hollins, Davis Sado, Carson Bayless come to mind among some others. But who do you have returning this year that you expect to lead the way for the Hounds on the ice?
Yeah, we got Marko Djurdjevic, who, he's a third-year guy, but he's been injured the first two quite frequently. So we're hoping to get a full year out of him, and he's got big goals for himself, and wants to push for the NCAA. So we'll do everything we can to give him those opportunities. And then we have McLean Cooney coming back to us. That was a role player last year, and we'd love to see him take a step. We acquired a couple of fives through trade, one out of the AJ and one out of the MHL out east, and they're guys that want to come in and make a big step and be an impact player. And we got guys like that will fill those roles of those 20-year-olds that are moving on to school.
Yeah, we'll stick with the returners now. On defense, a guy like Liam Hunks comes to mind. But who's coming back that you expect to kind of lead the way on that blue line group?
Well, Liam Hunks, yeah, for sure. He'll be our leader back there for sure, but he'll have a good support group. We're hoping Ripley Gardner can have a big year for us and get his foot speed up. And then, acquiring Ethan Andrews out of LaRange is an 05 that, plays with pace. I think he'll fit my mold and our mold really well and bring that experience to our team.
So in terms of skaters, we'll leave the goalies for their own conversation, but just in terms of skaters, I know you guys were able to add a few players in the off season here over the summer. What are some names that you're excited to get to work with in camp?
Well, again, like up front there, we got the Merkley kid out of BC that he's been in a few BC camps. And he's done pretty well. And we have Mateo Perot coming in as a 20-year-old that's put up some numbers in a few different leagues that just needs some stability. And and then we've got again, I forgot DJ Freegang coming back for us up front. Who was hurt a bit. So I kind of look at him as a new guy, but he's a school guy. And these are the guys we want to work with, and we want to help open up those doors for different levels. So those are the guys that I'm looking really forward to working with this year.
Yes, and definitely some big opportunities in Notre Dame this year to kind of take the reins and run with it. And that's my favorite part about junior hockey, and I say it all the time. I've said it on our shows, I've said it in other interviews, but every year there's always opportunities all over the place, and it's just a matter of who runs with it and who takes it and takes advantage of it. So in terms of goalies now, last season I know Johan Tremblay-Cow really got the bulk of the action as a 20-year-old goaltender, and a guy like Spencer Borsos got some time as well. Who do you expect to man the pipes for the Hounds this season?
Yeah, Spencer Borso's back. So again, being a 20-year-old, the expectation was he'd have a heavy workload. And then we got two 18-year-olds coming in, Caden Perron and Mariko Bercier, that are going to push for some minutes in the preseason and into the season. We'll see where we lie, but we like our goaltending, trio right now. And like you said, the competition will be up in camp and into the regular season there, and you can't ask for anything else.
Yeah, I remember seeing a game late last year. I think it was Humboldt was in town, and Caden Perron got the start there I think it was an AP at the time, and he looked great. So that's exciting to see that you guys got a few goalies that are going to push for time for sure this season. In terms of goals or targets that you guys are aiming for on the ice, what are some things that you're really pushing for this season that you want to accomplish with the Hounds?
Yeah, like I said up front there, the number one thing for the program is, develop the 25 men we have as people first and then players, and open up doors for them to the next level. And at the same time, my competitive edge, we want to make the playoffs and see where it goes. And, that's what we'll be shooting for day one coming out of the gates. And we'll see where it goes. But we'll never lose track of developing all 25 guys and helping them out with their personal side and then their hockey side.
Absolutely. Well, that's good to hear. And you know what? Just down the road here from where we are here in Regina, I can't wait to get to a few games at the Dunk Tank this season. And it's just around the corner, Brett, so I'll let you go and enjoy the rest of your time out there on the lake. And we'll see you back in the rink before too long.
Absolutely, guys. Thanks for having me today.